Hello, everyone. Welcome to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We are the #1 internet talk network. We're the home of Going Bold and Going Solo Media. And today is not Wednesday, but we're going to see if you noticed that. But you guys are on the Magical Mornings with Bella Maria.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Okay, so if all of you who are watching, we do have a chat. Please talk to us, ask questions, interact. We don't bite. We don't even talk back to you. We're really nice people, I swear. So anyways, so
we'll bite a little.
Yes, we bite, but only nibble. There you go.
But those of you that don't know Bella is an international certified psychic. She's a loveologist and a spiritual romance coach. And really, really, truly excited to have her on today. Just so you guys know, nothing discussed today constitute legal, financial, or medical advice. Should you seek a legal, financial, or medical advice, consult a professional in that specific field directly. So let's move on. But yeah, we can take comments. We can do all of that. Yeah, so talk to us. We love to talk to you guys.
Love having conversation with everyone who's watching.
I better tell them who I am. I am Cece Schatz, the doyen of relationships. And so I'm helping, I'm being a little blue part of the show. So anyhow, let's move on. Talk to us, Bella.
So we are going to be talking about standing still.
Yes.
Okay. So this is something that I do every time Mercury comes into retrograde. There's no doubt about it. You are forced to stand still. You sit, you think, you decompress, you release, you do whatever it is that you need to do, but you just stand still. Don't buy cars. Don't buy new appliances. Don't do anything. Contracts will slow down. So for me, I have noticed that when going through every month, just in general, I noticed that there's a time from right before the full moon, going into the full moon, it's like a week of disruption. Like there's like a week of like, oh my God, do I need to change? What if, what do I do? What do I have to do? Do I do this? Do I do that? And all these thoughts and all these things come into your mind. I don't know. Do you have that, Cece?
Do I have? Oh yeah, I have that.
Okay. Does it happen to you like more frequently or just like one time specifically before the like in the month?
Yeah, it seems like I don't even know that, retrograde is going to be happening, but I do have this. It seems like a lot of stuff all of a sudden happening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things that makes me start. It's like an awakening start happening as I realize that I've got to start creating change. Things are happening, things are moving. And here's the thing: and when we're in business or if we're in just life itself, we have to forever continuously change. We have to continuously keep that momentum going, keep progressing forward in our lives to determine what it is that we do want and how to achieve that and everything. And so that seems to like it all of a sudden, like a lot of stuff starts happening for me and making me realize I need to start creating these different changes in my life. Then we're in retrograde.
And we're in retrograde. Yeah. So there's two different things that are happening. And I've come to this realization that before we have the full moon, there's that one. And then there's the Mercury retrograde. So now we have both. And we have this blue moon. And, it was very, you just have to just quiet your mind. You have to stand still. You write everything down. You journal everything. And then you go through the list and then you look at it and then you say, okay, is this going to be something that's going to resonate the whole month or in 6 months? Or is this just like a random moment that I just like, oh, I just want to do crafts and I'm going to do crafts all year round. You know, like there's so many things that we get inundated with, like Facebook and, you know, social media. It's like, what do you do? Like, is it going to be just chilling and, you know, doing crafts, or is it going to be, you know, actually focusing and doing something that you've already continued to do and move forward? So this is not something like personal, but I do notice that I do get a lot of thoughts that run through my mind. Mm-hmm. And I used to act on them. I used to be very like, oh, it must be that. Oh, it must be this. Oh, it must be that. And it's not. It's really not. It's just opportunities, like you say, or thoughts that are coming in that could be necessarily just not meant for you. They're just there and meant for someone else. Like, you know, is this actually really meant for me? Or is this meant to be like a suggestion for somebody else, for a friend of mine who's actually been struggling trying to make money? You know, so it's kind of like you have to question the question, you know, literally just stand still for a certain period. If you're feeling like there's just a lot of information coming all at once, or you have like 3 men that are just like chasing after you and you don't know which one to go with, don't do anything. I swear.
Right. Don't do anything.
Don't do anything. Just sit still. Let them go around you.
Hello.
Hi. So, you know, thank you for joining us.
LinkedIn user. Hello, LinkedIn user.
So I think it's really, really neat to have the opportunity to be able to experience it, but then also just be like, is this really what's meant for me? You know, and is this really where I want to be? Is this where I want to do things? Is this how I want to do it? Where do I want to go with it? And every month we have a new moon and there's a full moon. And that in between time, you get 1 week of just like right before the full moon, you get this like awakening that kind of just swirls all this stuff up. And then you got to release it, right? Because that's what the full moon is. It's a release. So this is our time to be releasing everything and then keeping the things that we feel like resonate with us. So this is, you know, an emotional thing, could be like, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, ex-husbands, you know, ex-wives, a really bad dog that you had in your life, you know, just anything that kind of just doesn't resonate with you anymore. And so standing still when you start feeling that swirling effect coming in, look at the calendar, like just look at the calendar and see if it's a new moon, if it's just kind of the in-between moon, you know, part of the moon where you're going into transition from the new moon to the full moon. And I am not an astrologist. I am not anything. This is just something that I have recognized I have been recognizing it. And even with my dad with Parkinson's, I even recognize like when the new moon hits, he gets more agitated. He gets like these like little spouts of like agitation and like irritation. So it definitely affects us. If it affects the water, what are we made out of, you know? So just, you know, just understand and acknowledge that we're part of nature. And although my faith is, you know, very strong, I still also, God gave us Mother Earth, right? And we're part of it and we are this. And so we need to acknowledge these things that are coming in and out of our life, just like the moon comes in and transitions. And we need to just stand still and listen. It's just really important.
Yeah.
So
that. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely done it because we had the hurricane here this last weekend.
I'm so glad you guys are okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm
And
checking in on Graham. I'm checking in on you. I'm like, is
yeah,
everybody all good?
I do have a girlfriend though that had a beautiful little cottage on the water, and she there was water in her home, so she's gonna have to deal with that. So she's
I'm
away. So
sorry.
she's doing okay. Yeah. So some people didn't fare very well, but I'm fine. I'm high and dry, and I was very lucky. Didn't lose power or internet, so I was just a happy kid.
Wow. You
Yeah.
got that bubble. It was
I
that
know.
bubble.
I was so happy because I like I've been thinking about a lot of there's a lot of things that I've been wanting to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of changes, transitions that I've been thinking about doing, not only in my life and in my my career. And so it gave me time to really kind of stop for a little bit and think about it more. And now I'm implementing some of those transitions. And so I'm excited about what's in store for our station and
Yes.
what we're going to be doing. But I think we have to do that in life in general. The universe is very big, and we have to kind of figure it out. Where we want to go and what we want to do, and that is absolutely awesome to think that we have a choice in
Yeah.
deciding what we want in our lives, where we want to go in our lives, who we want to have in our lives, our future. And so I am just thrilled to think that what is to come. So yeah, so I'm just really really excited.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's like we live in a great country too. We have to acknowledge that. We have to remember that, us women, we fought really, really hard. And even not even just me. I was I was like the spoiled little brat because I got to vote. I got to do all these things. I had a say. But could you imagine like 100 years ago, like really not being able to have a say, and not being able to do this? I mean, there's just so many great things, and we're really fortunate to be able to do this. And I acknowledge it being, at my age, I acknowledge it, and I want to keep my freedom, and I want to keep those ways of being able to choose what we want to do, right? I mean, it's just it's a wonderful thing, and it's beautiful, and I don't want any of that to be stripped away from us, because I think that it's just so awesome that we get to bring so much to the table. I mean, right now they're doing the Giants, because I'm in here near San Francisco. So we're big San Francisco Giants fans. So they're honoring all the women right now. And they say, they can't be part of the team, but most of them are very high ranking, individuals that are making decisions and doing things for them. And it's kind of cool, it's really neat.
For a minute, the Giants would not be there if it wasn't for a woman.
No, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
There would not be a man here if there was not a woman.
It's true.
So we are unique creatures, and and I'm excited.
I can't be replaced, and I'm not going to be replaced. I won't let it happen.
We cannot be because we are the creators of this universe with God's help. So yeah,
absolutely.
I think that's definitely a pretty awesome position, and think about a position that women are in. And so yeah, I mean, I get where we came from, that there was a tremendous amount of struggles and to be heard and to be seen and that kind of thing. But what I do know is that going into our future, stepping into our future with technology and everything, it's going to be just even more, doors open for women and individuals that want to step forward.
Especially for moms, that are sitting there taking care of their kids and, just sitting at home. There's a lot of opportunities. You just got to find the right one, but you got to stand still to listen. It's just, it's really imperative. That was the only thing that I could think of when I was like, okay, we need to just talk about it, because it's something that I think people just don't do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally, you have to make sure the reel is 2 minutes long, less than 2 minutes, because the person is just not going to watch it. You got to make sure, because everything is go, 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 and especially living out here, it's just double time. I don't know how it is. I'm sure in Florida it's, pretty much the same,
Mm-hmm.
but it's, you don't have a time to sit still, and it's necessary. It's like meditation. I can't quiet my brain that much. I can meditate while I'm washing dishes. I could tell you that. There's times where I'm sitting there, I'm washing dishes, and everybody could be completely around me, and I just don't even say one word, and then they're like, hello. And it's my time. It's like my time. The water's running, I'm doing my thing, and it's kind of my way to just kind of like relax.
Mm-hmm.
My mom likes to crochet. I like to wash dishes. So
yeah, we all have our thing. I don't know when I do mine, but yeah, probably blow drying my hair, but
that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's like, it takes a while. So yeah.
Yeah. Because you're sitting still. You're really just there in the moment, and you can't do anything else.
Yeah. And it's like a, just like a chore, right? It's like something you have to do all the time or whatever.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You don't have to take any concentration.
So I want to take also a moment. So this Mercury retrograde is it'll be done by September 14th. So we still have some time.
Okay.
I'm going to look this up again. I want to double check. So what you do is you go to the Farmer's Almanac, and when you look, and then you can look it up, and you just do Farmer's Almanac, and then you do Mercury retrograde. And when you do that, that's when it gives you the most accurate information. And believe it or not, Mercury retrograde affects your planting too. So that's the reason why it's in the Farmer's Almanac.
I'm sorry, it affects your what?
Planting, gardening.
Oh, the planting, yeah.
That's why it's in the Farmer's Almanac. So yes, so August 23rd, okay, to September 14th. And you guys got to also remember a week before like August 23rd, it's already starting. But August 23rd, that's when it goes into like full effect.
Yeah. So, I definitely have trouble with like technology stuff, although I do anyhow, because I'm a little bit slow in the technology, phase. But it seems like things get, it's like, oh, geez, how's that work, and like I can't get, like, for instance, just the silliest stuff, right? It's like I can't get my email connected to my phone, so I can't do my emails on my phone. It's like, why is that so difficult? It's like those silly little things. I have to wait till my son comes to visit.
Because it just doesn't happen. I can't even get that to work.
Like, oh my gosh, but maybe I'm not supposed to. That's the thing. Maybe it's saying, you know what, you need a break from those emails. So maybe
you don't need to look at them all the time. When you get to your laptop, that's when you use it.
That's right. So
yep.
That. So, yeah.
So those are the dates for Mercury retrograde for anybody who wanted to know. Okay. Mercury retrograde ends September 14th. So this is the time, like I said, you guys just want to chill. You don't want to do too much, and you just kind of want to like make your plans, start writing, start journaling, start getting things going. If your project's already started, it's okay, but you don't want to start a new project. The new project is not really going to be that successful in that time of Mercury retrograde. What I have also found is that, just brainstorming a lot, and it's kind of like a dump. It's literally a brain dump of just all the things that you had planned out and that you want to kind of do. And there are all these ideas. Just write it down and then keep it there for another time. And guaranteed you'll always go back to it. Always. And it's like the best idea in the whole world. And you're like, oh, genius, so you're just, you kind of, pat on your back, but it just, you have to just write it down and then revisit it later. You don't have to do it right there at that moment. And again, cars cars. Do not buy cars during this time. Like, especially if it's like an electric car.
Or like vehicles. Oh, okay.
Don't even do it. Just don't, please don't. It's not fun. You don't want to see the outcome. I mean, if you want to do it for shits and giggles, excuse my language, but yeah, I don't think you want to deal with it. It's not fun. Contracts and all. Contracts will slow down. Traveling will slow down. Because people will have problems with their computer systems too. So just chill. Just chill.
Yeah. Just chill. Yeah.
Just chill. Have fun and enjoy it.
The brain dump thing is because a lot of times we'll come up with ideas, right? But it's not, the timing's not right for us. And so you don't want those ideas to go away. You don't want to lose them. So I love the idea of writing that down. I do that a lot. I write down, I have these books.
I have crazy amounts of journals of all the stuff. And then I go back later, like years later, I'm like, oh my God, I'm still doing it. That's awesome. So it is pretty cool. Like, these are divine interventions from the universe, like God is like kind of like guiding you. You just have to listen. Mm-hmm. And you can't listen if you don't like just sit still. So,
should we do a break? Let's do
let's do a little break, and then we will get into animal spirits.
Oh, I'm going to be interested in that because I have a little doggy. She might be running around here. So let's do that. So you guys, you're listening to Magical Mornings with Bella Maria, and we're talking about standing still. And I'm excited about hearing about animal spirits when we come back. You're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, and we'll be right back.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it through the gates. Just have to wait. You whisper to me, there's no maybe. There's only time for dreams even greater. I hear the call, and I close my eyes to see even clearer. I see it all. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me.
Hi, I'm John Thomas. I want to share with you a professional products and services directory we call Going Solo Directory. And you need to check this out. If you want exposure to your business or are seeking professional product or services, this directory has it all. And that membership, for the many special features, you get the benefit of a worldwide exposure with a 40-minute video interview on an international business show showcase. All this for just one low annual fee. For more information, contact GoingSoloDirectory.com.
Welcome back to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We are so pleased to have you with us this morning. We are with the Magical Mornings with Bella Maria. I am Cece Schatz, and I am excited about what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about standing still, right?
Yeah, and animal spirits now.
Yeah, animal spirits.
We were just talking about standing still. Now we're kind of we're over that. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna start talking about some animal spirits. Now it could be animal spirits like living on this earth, or like your spirit guide.
Okay. Oh,
okay. Yeah. So we'll get into, which one do you want to do? Which one? Should we do animal spirits or spirit guides?
Oh, let's do spirit guides.
All right. All right. So we're going to do animal spirit guides. We'll talk about animal spirits when it gets closer to Halloween. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So what is an animal spirit guide? What is that?
So your spirit guide is usually something that kind of presents himself or herself or itself to you. And it could be in a dream. It could be something that you just resonate with and you keep seeing it. My experience. I was pregnant with my first. Okay. And I kept getting this wolf. Beautiful wolf. It was, I could see the color and it would come at me every time. Not in a, like, I'm going to attack you ferocious way. Like, it was presenting itself to me. And I felt like it wasn't meant for me. I felt like it was meant for her. And so, but it felt feminine and had blue eyes and this white and dark, but it was like brownish tone. It was very pretty. And so it would come and visit me when I'm just sitting there. I was like reading books or whatever. I was in bed and it would just come and be like, oh, okay. This is interesting. So I kind of started like, just letting it be. And then Juliana, my daughter, she was born, and as she got older and she was like about 2 to 3, she kind of was talking a little bit and she kept saying wolf. And I was like, what do you mean wolf? And so she later on would have these dreams. She told me finally, like later on, she would say, I had this dream about a wolf, or she would say she would see a wolf coming into her room. Mm-hmm. And I would be like, this is nuts. But it was her animal spirit. And then it's kind of dwindled away. But I think it was a protector. At that time, it was a protector for her, mm-hmm. and to make sure that she was safe. And wolves, so again, if you can't find it in this book, you can find it in online mostly. You can look up, you can look it up online. So if you have something that comes to visit you, you can look it up, kind of see if it resonates with you, and you can kind of start, using that energy from that animal spirit to help you with that time that you might need. So mine is a sea turtle. It's been with me since 2017. And, but the wolf, and I honestly, this doesn't have the wolf. I talk about random things. I know I'm horrible. I love talking about just things that come up because I think that it makes it organic. And you guys know that I'm not, I'm not pulling the wool over your eyes. When you look at like a wolf spirit, to me, it was kind of like, okay, well, I know that he's like, it's a protector, that she's going to be there to protect. But it's power, loyalty, guardianship, teamwork, and wilderness. So, and I think that, it says also it brings education, intelligence, strong family ties, and loyalty. So I think that's really cool because that's what was happening. I had her and then that's what happened. Mm-hmm. So that was my experience. Have you had any experiences, Cece, with any animals?
No.
That you can think of?
No, I mean, I think my father used to. My father used to have experiences with the animals, but I've never had anything like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't. At least I can't remember. Anyhow,
I think once. So I read it in a book a long time ago, And that's how I was aware of it, you know, because you have like shapeshifters and you have things like that. But this is not like that. This is like a totem, like an animal totem.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like throughout your years, you're given a new animal, right? So I had an owl before, and an owl would just be, you know, would come and visit all the time. And I would have like this little barn owl. It was crazy. And they would like circle all over. And then it just disappeared. And then
this is like a real animal, though.
It can happen visions, and it can happen in real.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So my dad would have a bird. He had this crow. That
Let's like see what crows mean.
Crow. And he could make the squawking noise. My father could make the squawking noise like that. And he would like be talking to this bird, right? And so
crows are very intelligent. Crows,
it would come literally right up to our window and sit, and it would be there. My dad would go out, it would stay there, wasn't afraid of him or whatever. And then after every now and then I'll see a crow will come to me, you know, will come on this big black, it's a big black one.
Yeah.
Every now and then it will come. And my grandmother was the same thing with birds. It was always birds. Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I have no idea. Maybe because they liked birds. I don't know. But, you know, my grandfather they had bird feeders. Even my son, they have bird feeders up north. I enjoy that. But they had always had bird feeders and would watch the birds. And maybe it's just something that they enjoyed. So, yeah.
Yeah. So a crow symbolizes magic and mystery. Mm-hmm. Its connection to the unknown and the ability to adapt, change, make it a powerful spirit animal. So that's what it makes a powerful spirit animal. So it's rebirth, mm-hmm. change. So when I guess a crow is visiting, it's kind of what it means, a rebirth or a change. And when you see like death, people really freak out with like death cards and things like that. It doesn't really necessarily mean like you're going to have somebody die. Like that's not happening. It's a death of what you're going through, and then it will transition into something new.
Yeah. I think it was companionship. I think he would talk, you know, my father would talk, would make that squawking noise when he would talk.
No, there's people, did you remember there was that little girl, I think, the one that would they would bring like all these like gold and like treasures, and like literally the backyard every day the crow would bring something in return. She would feed it, and then it would bring something in return. So it'd be like a little toy or a piece of jewelry or just anything. And it was just this like this connection that they had, you know? So, you know,
order.
Yeah.
Today I would like.
Find me 5-carat diamond ring.
Right. Oh yeah, my birthstone is.
So yeah, so that was kind of animal spirits are really cool. I really like mine. I have sea turtles. I actually tattooed it on my back. I have a whole line of sea turtles going, and they're all, one is for each person in my family.
Yeah.
And so for me, yes, I do have tattoos, and yes, I do have them on my body, and they're all over on my back. But, you know, I definitely love them, and it's something that I keep with me. And then I have my sea turtle that I got in Hawaii for my husband. So he had given me that for our anniversary. And, you know, I love them. I think it's like, you know, for the sea turtle, for me, it represents something like wisdom and transformation, and being able to just flow and ride the wave, right? You know, like just keep going, you know, and that's kind of what I feel like. I feel like I'm just riding the wave, and whatever happens. I think that's why I kind of just do things so organically, because you just can't plan for anything anymore.
For sure. You know, as we're talking about this, it made me think is that we often I think everyone kind of resonates to a particular animal or whatever. And so like for my daughter, she's really into the sea turtle. She's really big and into that. And I've, I had a turtle, Tommy the turtle, for a long time.
How cute.
For many years. I had him for many years, and I regret now, like took him up to my grandsons, and then he was so big, it was hard for me to take care of him. But anyhow, so, but I would, and I have no idea why, but dragonflies. I started liking dragonflies, and I started I got a beautiful dragonfly rug, and I got, all of these, I've started buying all these dragonfly things, and I have no idea why I was into
dragonflies are beautiful.
I wondered if that's what happens, is why you're kind of, you get into things.
Well, you had your turtle, and then you transitioned from the turtle to the dragonfly.
I'm sorry, you did the what?
I said you went from the turtle to the dragonfly. You transitioned.
No, my daughter likes you're right.
You gave it to, you passed it on, and then now you have a dragonfly, and it's represents agility and the ability to think on your feet and make quick changes in your life.
How about that?
Oh my God, that's you.
We do have a comment here. I don't know. This gentleman says, I'm really interested in this one girl named Tiffany Lee, but I'm not so sure she likes me in the same way. I would sure like to know. Oh, do you get any feeling on that?
This is perfect timing, because we were going to just do this. So Jessie, this one is for you only. Okay. We're going to just pick this for you. This is a romance cards. And these romance cards, they help and guide you along the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards, whatever the universe feels and leads me to. If you're still on, I hope you're still on and watching. Let's see if Tiffany and Jessie are meant to be. And I hope this doesn't embarrass you or Tiffany. We'll just kind of see where this goes. And this is just information and a way and a path for you to be led in a safe way. And don't freak out. There's always going to be another person for you. So if it happens that you get involved with this person, if you don't get involved with this person, life presents itself when needed. So what does the romance card say? Jessie and Tiffany. Love yourself first, Jessie. So this could actually mean that there was a separation. And this actually, I love my cards because they will literally tell me what happened to you from your past to your present. And this tells me your path that will lead you with, obviously I asked with Tiffany. So we're just going to go through this. Love yourself first. There was a separation. And so taking a time apart, going into maybe this time because you realized that you had to love yourself. It was, I'm going to just say there was a wedding. Okay. So it could have been that you were married, you had somebody, but there is a new love coming in. And this was the question in regards to Tiffany. So unrequited love, there's not enough attraction and chemistry to keep the relationship going. So it could be that you're getting a past life relationship card. So it could be just that somebody that this person you felt because it was something that was making you comfortable. Sometimes being attracted to the person that you're more comfortable with, like, you kind of go back to the same. But I feel like this person would not be the best match for you. Not saying that you can't experience it with her, but it could be another cycle life lesson, which means that you're just going to be to the same result. And so in order for you to break that cycle, loving yourself first before getting into a relationship is so important. It could be for Tiffany. It could be for you. I'm not sure, because I did ask about Jesse and Tiffany. Okay, so please, people, don't judge Jesse, don't judge Tiffany. It's just life, right?
Right.
But loving yourself and releasing your ex is super, super important. Okay, so you have to do those in order for you to keep moving on and moving into the next relationship. Okay, you will retreat. Okay, and this is your time that when you're going in and retreating, you're going to make the time for yourself and think and stand still. This is the time where you're standing still. So you will make the effort eventually, and you'll maybe, I feel like, okay, so when you retreat, it'll give you some time to think about what's going on. At this point, you can maybe reach out to Tiffany and let her know how you feel. Okay, so there needs to be, and I don't know if this is already something that's been setting in place that you've already done. These are just the things that I'm seeing. And unfortunately, when Spirit wants me to see the whole picture, I can't control that. So also keep an open mind. All right. So when you keep an open mind, your soulmate might differ from the one person that you thought was your soulmate. Okay. So make sure.
I've never been married.
Now, has Tiffany,
for a long time.
So were you in, when you were in the last relationship, were you in it for a long period of time? Was she in it? Because there's something going on where this is the reason why you guys maybe are not together. So like I said, it could be you, it could be her. And again, these are tarot cards. I'm not opening up myself up all the way. So I'm just allowing the universe to give me the messages that I do need to know. And whatever it was, it wasn't enough for that person, and having this person keep going back and forth. So why you're single, are you having the issues where you're not confident in yourself? Like, I don't want to I don't.
Here she goes. No, we just wasn't compatible, so we went off separate ways.
Okay, so that's where the separation was.
Seems to pop up in my life at times. Seems interested in me, but I'm not so sure why it is. Why I reached out to you.
Okay, so
I asked her if she was involved in anyone, and she said no. She's not in a relationship at this time. So maybe she was previously, and now.
And this is where it's going. Okay,
yeah.
So it says
up. So yeah.
Okay. So there's the retreat, because it tells the story. Mm-hmm. And so when it tells me the story, sometimes it's of the two people put together. So I have to kind of it's like a puzzle piece for me. So I can kind of guide you, and these are very accurate. So I know that I trust my cards. So the one thing that I can tell you is, if it's already that you've already retreated, or she's already retreated and she's kind of just relaxed, and you've been, on your own, and you've been single, and you've kind of realized what you want, keeping that open mind might be for Tiffany. It could be that keeping that maybe the soulmate that is what you think is a soulmate is not necessarily a soulmate. So I didn't expect my husband to be my soulmate. I just didn't, but he's the most handsome person. I just didn't think I was going to have him. So we have to be open and keep an open mind, make the effort. Okay, so that was the last card, was make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps. So when you're going through and you're trying to take those steps, make that effort, make the steps, do it in a way where you're getting to know her as a friend, and then kind of build the relationship up from there. Okay.
No, I was thinking, like, he had mentioned that they, at one time when they first met or whatever, they weren't compatible.
Yeah.
But now maybe something has shifted. Maybe there's a change that's created, and she's now back in his life. And so he's hesitant because before of what happened before, but now it's kind of like a fresh start. So maybe.
Well, and that's where the releasing of the ex came in. Because, you know, loving yourself, past life relationship, release your ex. So, you know, a lot of these things are, you know, and now it says keep an open mind, make the effort, free yourself. So the next card was to free yourself, you know, so freeing yourself of all of those thoughts, those heavy negative thoughts, freeing yourself of, oh, what if, you know,
or what was, concentrate on what is.
What is. Absolutely. And so the last card, because it's telling me to stop, is calling in your soulmate. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualization can help you bring each other together. So this could be something that could work. It takes two people to do that. And although you might be open to all of what's, you know, the potentials that could happen, maybe she's just not there yet, or maybe she is now, and that's why it's saying make the effort. So that was the story, I guess, and that's what I saw as far as these cards. But, you know, keeping an open mind, and that could be just for her, or maybe for you, making sure that you know that she frees herself, maybe, and for you, I think calling in your soulmate is right there with you. I think that is what you need to do, is creating affirmations and just imagining that your soulmate is already near you. Jesse, I want you to know that sometimes people surround us and circle us, and they could be, and usually people find that it happens, that usually they're around you in some 1 mile radius, 2 mile radius, you know, or even on the computer as a friend, or someone that's just completely, they've seen you, but you didn't really know who they were. You've recognized them. You know, so just pay attention. If this person keeps popping up, go for it. Make the effort, see where it goes, because you're going to just say, what if?
Yeah.
So
we're going to have to wrap it up. Jesse,
okay.
Come back and let us know what happens.
Okay. Take care. God bless everybody. I wish you best of luck, Jesse. And hopefully Tiffany comes into your life.
You guys, Bella is on Wednesdays and Thursdays mornings at 10 a.m. So come back and join us. If you guys want a reading, more in-depth reading, or if you just want to talk to her about things, or just whatever, contact her on askbellamaria.com, askbellamaria.com, and that's how you reach her. Or come back to us every Wednesday and Thursday morning at 10 a.m. with Magical Mornings with Bella Maria. We've got to run. This is WGSN-DB.
Bye, guys.
Solo Network. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.